Welcome to GHI Travel Adventures, and today we're in the historic town of Steiglitz in Victoria. So while this is virtually a ghost town nowadays, back in its heyday it had 1,500 residents, 4 hotels, 3 schools, a newspaper and a whole variety of other stores and shops here. So today we're going to have a bit of a walk around, have a look at the historic buildings that are still standing and learn about the history of this beautiful little ghost town. So the building we're coming up to here on the right is the old Manog Store. It's a double story. It was built in 1865. It's a private residence nowadays, so clearly staying outside of the boundaries. I'm just going to go grab a little bit of a close-up of the house because it actually looks amazing. It's been fully restored, this one, so they've done a great job by the looks of it. Flip this around like that. So this cottage here in front of me is the only one of its kind in the area. It's actually a 4-bedroom cottage built in the 1890s. It was actually used as a blacksmith shop. Now I'm going to go around the front here. From what I've read, this one's actually being restored and it looks like they've already done quite a bit of the work for it. Actually looks really good. I'm not usually a fan of when these restoration projects do happen because although the right intention, sometimes they can alter them from their old sort of state. But it looks like they've actually done a really good job on this one though. I'll come around to the front of it. Just zoom this up a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like they've done a really, really good job. This was used up till, it was built in the 1890s, but apparently it was used up right up to about the 1940s. So it's called Sug's Cottage. And apparently that's the name of the gentleman who was the last occupier of this one. Over through here there's a fireplace. Now I don't know if that would have just been an external one or whether there was a little building attached to it. We'll just go down here and see if we can actually see it in the window as well. Can't see any of the inside of it. You can see a little bit. So this building here is the old H. Ellis Draper and Outfitter. This one actually is a private residence, but one of the interesting things is this is actually the oldest surviving building here in Steiglitz. It was actually built in the 1850s. We're going to have a bit of a walk around. This building also served at one point as the actual post office here in Steiglitz as well. Back in the day, so you can see down where the St. Paul's Church is, but all this land here from the church down here to Alice Draper's store here, this actually all had buildings on them. And you can see, if you have a look over here, a little bit up the hill, you can still see some of the actual stone foundations of those buildings. There is actually a sign, and we're just going to go walk up to that sign now. There actually is a sign that shows a bit of what this streetscape actually looked like back in the day. So you can see here some foundations. Just walk through here. There's actually a sign. Walk around, show the other side. Zoom out here. So, it's a little hard to see, but obviously you had the St. Paul's Church, then there was Ironmongers, Greengrocer, Temperance Hall, there was a Mechanics Institute, couple of houses, and then further down past the Ellis house there was a bootmakers, blacksmiths, and a few other buildings. It does have a few photos. So this sign here, this tells us about the buildings that were on the opposite side of the street. So there was a bakery, there was another church, Bank of Victoria, there was a sort of social hall, local hall. So there's a number of these old mine shafts still evident here in Steiglitz. Good thing is they've actually covered them. Have a look, there's a few more over here as well, so this one here is called Boxing Reef, and it's the most famous of the shafts here. It does have a little information sign down here, but it's faded away quite a bit, so it's very hard to read. And then here's a third one here as well. Set in a very beautiful sort of lands here, as you can sort of see. This one here is the church behind us, in front of these mine shafts. I'm gonna go for a walk up to have a look. So this is the St. Paul's Church of England. The Dean of Melbourne consecrated this building as a church in March 1871. The final service here was actually held in 1962. You can see there's some sort of stilts on the side, so that's just a safety thing, being that the church is so old. You can see there's beams actually on the inside as well. I'm just going to go a little closer to the window, see if we can see anything inside. Yeah, you can't really see very clearly in there. There's sort of some church pews, but you can't see much else. So here on my right is the Scots Hotel, built in the 1890s after the Steiglitz Inn that was on the land had burnt down. This one was in operation until 1918. So it's a private residence, this one now, but apparently internally a lot of the original features from the bar are still present. So this is the St. Thomas Roman Catholic Church, which was built in 1868, 1869. In 1951 it was actually moved to Plume Street, Nor Lane, where it was used as a church hall. But then in December 1982 it was returned back here to its original site. We're just going to go have a look. Now next to the church here is also the old historic Pioneer Cemetery, which we're going to go in and have a look at in a moment. For its age, this building is actually not in that bad a condition. I believe they store archives here of the town. Never mind my car over there in the background. If you actually ever went to this church when it was in Nor Lane, comment in the comments below to let me know, did they run services in this church, or what did they actually use it for? I'd be interested to know. But out here also to our left, as I said, is the old Pioneer Cemetery. Now in here there's actually only one headstone remaining. There was a newer cemetery built in the 1860s, so that's what the cemetery then they started to use. But we've got here, it is 1857. It's quite some time ago. So this is the one remaining headstone here in the Pioneer Cemetery. This one was 1857, so 168 years ago this person was buried here. Robert, and can't quite make out the surname there, but that doesn't matter. Rest in peace, mate. You certainly got a quiet spot. We hope you've enjoyed this GHI travel adventure. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it helps our channel greatly. Until next time, take the road less travelled. It will make all the difference, and we look forward to our next adventure. Bye for now.